Good evening, everyone. My name is Dayo Aklotan, your host on this favorite show, My Journey, Irinkerindo Mi. This is the program where we bring to your few esteemed people in the society who have worked diverse areas of life and who have excelled in their various choosing careers. Today is not an exception. But before we go into the introduction of my guest fully, let me first of all thank every one of you for your warm welcoming of our program last week when we premiered it. The view was massive, and we are very grateful for that. And we want to thank everybody that has subscribed to our YouTube channel, our Facebook channel, and every other platform. We thank you very much. And please, if you have not subscribed, we say please go and subscribe now so that you are always notified each time we upload new episodes. So today, with my mommy, Chief Mrs. Ìsinmiola Olowoyo, I'm very sure pé òdú ni wọ́n ò kì í ṣe àìmọ̀ fún olóko ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá mi kí wọn káàbọ̀ sí orí ètò yìí. Mọ́mì, ẹ káàbọ̀.
Ẹ kúlé o gbogbo ẹni tó ń gbọ́ mi.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Ìjẹ́ àti ẹ̀ lè mọ yín dáadáa.
Orúkọ mi ni Ìsinmiola Olowoyo. Mo jẹ́ ọmọ bíbí ìlú Òkè-Ò. Màmá mi jẹ́ ọmọ bíbí ìlú Ìgbòho. Orúkọ àwọn fámílì màmá mi ní ìlú Ìgbòho òun náà ni Ìbà Bọ́ní ti Arígbógbò tí ó jẹ́ bàbá ìyá mi. Bákan náà ilé Adékídẹrú ní Ìbòdè Òkè-Ò òun ni a ti bí bàbá mi lọ́mọ. Mo sì jẹ́ ní Gbọ́láhàn.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ mọ́mì. So bí kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀ sọ bí oní nǹkan náà tẹ́lẹ̀. Ẹ ṣé mọ́mì fún àǹfààní tí ẹ fún wa láti wá sí orí ètò wa yìí. Now, let's not waste our time. Let's dive straight into some of the questions we want to ask you today because this program is specifically designed to enhance people's knowledge, to broaden people's knowledge, and to enhance people's life, especially the young ones, so that they can know that, okay, these people that we are seeing, they started from somewhere as well. Pé wọn ò bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ibi gegele táwọn náà tí wọ́n wà nísìnyí àti ibi pẹlẹbẹ làwọn náà ti mú ọ̀nà jẹ tí wọ́n fi débi tí wọ́n dé lónìí. So ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀. Can you please take us through your childhood? Báwo lẹ ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ gangan?
Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ mo fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run fún oore ọ̀fẹ́ yìí torí pé kò wọ́pọ̀ pé tí èèyàn bá ṣiṣẹ́ tán tàbí kó tún relevant in this society. It's only through the grace of God. So I give God all the glory and adoration for that. I started my childhood life. I was born in Igboho, though my father is a native of Òkè-Ò. So my father was working in Igboho when they gave back to me. And of course, I'm the 11th child, but the first surviving out of the 11th. So after me, my parents had two other children from my mother, even though my father had married some other wives even before my mother. So ohun tí a fi pè mí ní Ìsinmiola nìyẹn. So the next person to me, who is now late, Ìsinmiola was born after me, and that was why she was named Ìsinmiola. That is, it is from my mother, my father, that our wealth is. So, and after my father's retirement, we came back home, which is Òkè-Ò. Òkè-Ò náà là ń gbé tí a ti dàgbà. Mo lọ iléèwé alákọ̀ọ́bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní school Second Baptist Primary School, Ọ̀gán Òkè-Ò. Mo parí níbẹ̀ yẹn. I got admission to Òkè-Ò Grammar School. That is my alma mater. And I think in 1973, when there was a change in the program of the secondary schools. So I got admitted in 1973, and by the grace of God, I finished, and I joined the local government as a clerical assistant. So when our result came out and I passed, I was promoted to the post of clerical officer. So I worked as an officer under one Mr. Fadairu. He's from Osun. At that time, it was Osun Oyo together. So he's now in Osho. I don't know whether he's still alive, but he has imparted me a lot. Myself and Latif Oladejo, now Alaji Oladejo, uh, we worked together. He was the in clerk when I was the out clerk. I've worked in the various capacity of local government. I worked with the rate office. I worked at the library. I worked at when I was posted to the court, there was the rancor, and somebody else want to be there, even though I don't know the meaning. And I was aspiring to actually go to school, go back to school. So I didn't know why people are fighting to be posted. So I was posted and I spent only 2 days there. And I got another posting back to the rate office. So that was where I was before I was posted to the then Iwajowa West local government. That time, Iwajowa was created before the script it. So myself and Mr. Amuda, we were working together, and some other staff that were posted along with us to that place. So it was at Iwajowa that I got admitted to School of Midwifery at the Oyo State Hospital. Even though I sat for so many entrance examinations. I did that of grade 2. I did that of NCE. But my father was bent on. He was actually the one who influenced me to become a nurse.
Because I was actually coming to ask about that question that because we know during those times, the most of the people of those age, they will tell us that the decision to become something or somebody was influenced by somebody.
I was influenced by my father
to become a nurse.
Wow. And that day, he actually led me even to the garage. The day I was going to take examination at Ibadan, I was taken to the garage by my father.
Wow. So he was keenly interested in
yes.
becoming a nurse.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's good. So that was how you joined the nursing career.
Yes, I joined the nursing career in 1984. I finished, no, 81. So I finished in 1984 for my basic midwifery. Then in 1984, I went back to School of Nursing, Wesley Gate Hospital, Ilesha. Then Ìsinmiola Olowoyo University, Ile-Ife. So teaching hospital. We had our examination actually in Ife, but we were divided into 2. So I was posted to Ilesha. They are annex. So I had my nursing in that place, and I finished 1986. And when we got admitted into the School of Midwifery, the government took up the sponsorship. So virtually everyone that was in school then had been sponsored by the government, and we are earning salary. We were earning salary then.
So
level 3.
They were sponsoring your education, and at the same time you were earning salary.
Salary, yes.
Wow.
And that was why I actually had the intention of giving back to my community. My community work is a passion that I love so much. I want to give back because this community has actually had an impact in my life.
When you came back from school, your job was still there, or you took another job entirely?
No, my job was still there. When I came back from school, from midwifery, we were posted to the local government. And at the local government, I took permission to go further. And at that level, we were admitted to Ilesha. And when I got to Ilesha, I finished and came back to my place of work.
That's good. Thank God for that smooth journey. Because Well, we hope that this present day government will still provide that kind of opportunity to the young ones of this generation as well.
They are giving the young ones, like the School of Midwifery. I, uh, of recent, they said they admitted five each from each local government, even though it might not be many, because we have so many backlog of students that are waiting for admission and that wants to go for nursing. You know, in our own days, a few love to go because as a nurse, you won't have an husband to marry you. They will say, ah,
Oníṣẹ́ alẹ́.
oníṣẹ́ alẹ́ kò ní ráyè fún àwọn. So people don't like to marry nurses in those days.
Ẹ má ti jẹ́ ká
But
sọ̀rọ̀
now,
because question
nurses
yẹn
are
ṣì
hotcakes.
question yẹn wà ní question tí mo fẹ́ ká sọ. Báwo ni bóyá ká dẹ̀ sọ nísìnyí náà.
Ah, yeah.
Now you were telling us àwọn èèyàn kì í fẹ́ nurse láyé ìgbà yẹn. But you aṣáàmọ̀ra wa àtàwọn ọmọ dáadáa. Báwo lẹ ṣe padà scale through láti tètè rọ́pò títí yín? Then what impact does it have on your home as being a nurse?
As a nurse, it doesn't have any impact because even in those days, when I started work, no shift. It's all round work. You will do morning, you will do afternoon, you will do night. You will always schedule yourself towards the work. And if you are being called to come and take delivery, depending on where you meet your patient or client, I've had calls to take delivery on the rock.
Wow.
I was called as a young nurse. You feel
go there with joy.
you feel by being called to come and deliver a patient on the rock. Because there was this day, that lady couldn't walk again. And they are bringing her to the maternity. So they told me she's tired. I had to go there. On getting there, I saw that she's already pushing and dilating, and that the baby is about coming. I just asked some women that are there to guide us, and I took the delivery.
So, talking about negative impacts, being a nurse, there wasn't any negative impact on your.
I don't regret being a nurse. I do not regret being a nurse because we were trained to be community nurses. Even though I later went for public health and community nurse. And when you are trained as a community nurse or as a community midwife, as a midwife, you can do anything. You can improvise. Because in those days, many of the things you are being taught are not available in your community. So you will have to improvise. So as a community nurse or midwife, I'm adapted to anything that comes my way. So I have passion for the job. When you have passion for what you are doing, you'll be happy whatever comes here.
So, during the course of the career, were there any challenges? Àwọn ìpèníjà wo lẹ dojú kọ tó bóyá èyí tó mì yín jù?
Ìpèníjà tí mo dojú kọ ò ju pé láàárín àwọn tá a jọ ń ṣiṣẹ́ because ayé ò fóòtọ́ and a lot of our people are lazy. And you know, as a nurse, you won't want to tell, as the superior officer, you won't want to tolerate nonsense. So basically, I think that is the little challenge that I have. But I've made up my mind to excel. And once you are focused, you won't be carried away. I play when there's time to play. I play with my subordinates. They will enjoy me when I want to. But aside that, when we are at work, let's do our work the way. Because I won't want anyone coming from Ibadan to molest me at my place of work, telling me to do what I'm supposed to do.
During that course of the career as well, since there wasn't any negative thing that you could regret, thank God for that. Will you remember some of the positive things that really have impact on you? Things that probably ọjọ́ yẹn tó jẹ́ pé ajọ́ yẹn nínú yín dùn jù tẹ́ wò pé thank God I'm a nurse.
I told you I have passion for my community. I remember during one of the era of one of our politicians that are in this place. I don't want to go into names. mo jẹ́ PAC coordinator níbí ńgbà yẹn ní local government Kájọlà. Ìgbà tí a wá gbọ́ pé ìjà dé, ìlú kan wà along Kọ̀mú Òtù bíi village ni. So mo kàn wò pé ó yẹ kí n move around láti mọ community mi more. Then when I took over the position of PAC coordinator, we took 33rd position in immunization. It became a challenge to me. Why will I be in my local government? And my local government will take 33rd position out of the 33 local governments. Then I have to buckle up. I approached the local government chairman. He said he doesn't have money for the ambulance, except if I can, because the ambulance was down there. So I had to tell my subordinate officer, we raised money by ourselves. And we took the ambulance, we replaced all those things that had bad damage inside the vehicle. We took it to that Abule. It's in between Komu, and I will remember the name now. Before we finish, I will remember the name. So Adébẹ̀ wọ́n ní wọ́n ti boko àwọn jẹ́, wọ́n ti jìjà politics nígbà yẹn. Wọ́n sun àwọn ẹ̀gẹ́, wọ́n sun àwọn crops wọn, oríṣiríṣi kájú wọn, wọ́n ti dáná sun, kòkó wọ́n ti dáná sun. And the community is from Kájọlà. So wọ́n ń jà sí community yẹn. So àwa débẹ̀ bàtà gbọ́ pé community yẹn wà pé ó dẹ̀ yẹ kí a lọ síbẹ̀. Wọ́n ní àwọn ò kì í gbà kí àwọn Òtù tẹ̀síwájú local government kan wá fáwọn lábẹ́rẹ́. Àfi tí àwọn tó wá láti Kájọlà tó bá wá nìkan làwọn lè gbà abẹ́rẹ́. I became happy. That actually, so we were going there every week. A máa rògùn látọ̀dọ̀ ara wa, àkó lọ sóko yẹn. I identified they don't have water to drink. If you see the water they are drinking, it's like tea. So when I came back, the HLA that was here then, Mr. Oguni, I approached him pé problem tí mo rí ní field ni pé community yẹn dẹ̀ ní tá bá lọ integrated service la máa ń ṣe. Integrated service in the sense that a máa ṣe immunization, a máa ṣe HIV, a máa ṣe treatment of minor ailment, all what have you in treatment la máa fún wọn ní community yẹn. Inú wọn dẹ̀ ń dùn, wọ́n dẹ̀ ń dá wa lóhùn. Ó dẹ̀ boost immunization wa for the local government. Kí la lè ṣe fún wọn láti dùn wọ́n nínú? And they refused to get immunization from Ìtẹ̀síwájú local government. So láyé ìgbà tí wọ́n ra machine bọ́ọ̀ yẹn, tí Akálà ra machine bọ́ọ̀. So we got there and wọ́n dẹ̀ drill bọ́ọ̀ fún wọn. Today that ball is still there. I'm happy and
got them that water.
That at least I'm able to help some people láti rí nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ essential thing in their life. Then another episode ni ìgbà tí Ajímọ̀bí wọlé sí orí àlééfà. Wọ́n wá ń dá àwọn èèyàn dúró in the various departments of the local government. But only one person was affected in my department. So that person that was affected, mo ṣàgbàdúrà. I have the inspiration that we start prayer for 7 days. We started that prayer for 7 days, and she was the only one that was returned.
Wow.
So I'm happy.
So you were happy. So out of your own department,
I'm still happy about that.
So nobody was sacked in the department.
No.
Wow. That was great. That
No.
was great.
Because that prayer, we will start by 7. We did it for 7 days.
7 good days.
7 good days.
And she was restored.
And she was restored back to service. Every other person is still pending now.
Wow.
But she was the only one that was restored. So I'm happy about that.
Kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ní tí ìpínlẹ̀ àbádé bá báyìí tí a sì ní agbára àti tún fàyèdà yọ láti tún jà síwájú sí.
Ṣé rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé ohun tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọ̀gá ò kì í mọ̀ ni pé kì í ṣe pé láti ṣiṣẹ́ nìkan ni Ọlọ́run rán wa sílé ayé láti ṣe lórí àwọn tó bá jẹ́ ọmọọṣẹ́ wa. Ó rán wa níṣẹ́ láti ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ̀mí, iṣẹ́ ara àti what other things tó lè mú èèyàn feel happy in the course of your doing your job. So to everyone that knows me during the course of my job, I take time to ask them questions about their personal lives, and I follow it to the letter to see that there is a change in whatever they don't want in their lives.
Thank God for that. Iṣẹ́ takuntakun kò ní kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ní á ní irú oore ọ̀fẹ́ tí ẹ ní yẹn.
Oore ọ̀fẹ́ Ọlọ́run náà agbára mi ò ká. You know, I told you that mo pe àwọn tí ó gbàdúrà ni wọ́n dẹ̀ bá wa gbàdúrà 12 o'clock every one of us, only one person will remain in each of the centers that we have around for that 7 days. And before the end of that 7 days, she was returned back.
What year did you retire?
2014, 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
By July 1st, I will be 10 years.
Okay, you were 10 years already?
By August 1st.
Okay, you'll be 10 years out of service. Wow. It's been a long time. So, what have you been doing since after retirement?
I've gotten myself engaged in community work. I have an NGO, Tanimo Foundation, named after my mother. She had passion when she was alive for the less privileged. And since then, I've taken that up and I've been doing that. Recently, we had cervical screening test for the special children at their school there. We even had some other people from town that came to do their cervical screening test.
So, for the past 10 years now, you've been into different community and philanthropic works.
Yes.
Especially for the less privileged. Okay. So, and are there a specific area of concentration in dealing with that?
The less privileged widows, I do for widows.
No, what I mean is, as in, are you specifically on health or on entrepreneurship or generally?
My last celebration of my birthday, that I did, we gave out about 5 grinding machines to widows, and every time I donate food items to the special in their hostel, buy them clothes, buy them, they are free. The people call me Ya Akanda in this community.
So that means your philanthropic work cut across all areas of
yes,
life.
yes.
It's not specifically
on specials alone.
All right, okay, that's good. Well done, and then please, if anybody will want to support our mommy in our philanthropic works, please, you are feel free to contact her. And she's been doing it, and I believe she's not going to stop anytime soon. So please, if you would like to support her, please kindly reach out to. This is the kind of things we'd love to see in our communities, so that this community will develop as well. Kò yẹ kí á yọ ẹnìkankan sí ẹ̀yìn nígbà kankan àti nígbà yòówù tí bá jẹ́. Oore ọ̀fẹ́ tí a bá ní ká fi fún ọmọnìkejì náà ni. So ẹ ṣé gan kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun tí ẹ̀ ń ṣe ní.
Olúwa ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ rẹ̀, àwa ò lágbára kan, oore ọ̀fẹ́ lákan rí gbà.
Oore ọ̀fẹ́ ni Olúwa ṣe o. So aside from this philanthropic works and other community works, are you into any other?
I'm currently the secretary to the National Council of Women Societies, Oyo State. It's an NGO that is an umbrella organization of all women organizations in Nigeria, and it cut across to all the 3 tiers of government. We have the national, we have the state, and we have the local government. So I've been secretary in this local government branch. I've been president in this local government branch, and now I'm the secretary state.
So what are the core duties or core values of the organization? The
organization is basically to fight for women that cannot fight for themselves. Like if widows are being deprived of the legacy of their husband. When we come across such cases, we report. We have some women lawyers that are helping us to fight their battles. Then trafficking, we go against trafficking. Then anything that has to do with violence against women, we come against it, and we do programs to enlighten people that you don't beat your wives, you don't beat your children, but beat them, but tell them the reason why you are beating them. Send your girl child to the school, train your girl child, make them comfortable, and train them in the way of the Lord as such, so that they will grow up to be better off in the community. So we do a lot of programs, and we partner with governments as well as individuals that have programs that will benefit women, children, and youth.
So if anybody watching us would like to join this organization, what are the criteria to?
There are no criteria. There are no special criteria.
Okay.
You just come to the local branch, enroll there, then from there you grow and go to state and perhaps national.
Okay. Is the enrollment involve any financial commitment?
Just 2,100 for the ID card. Then we contribute money. Like when I was president in this local government, we were able to build a daycare center, even though it has not been opened, because we don't have facilities to make it open. But we have built it, and I can even show it to you, maybe on screen, so that you project it for people to see. We were able to build a daycare center because I consider it as a first need in this community, because there's no daycare center. So I went begging for money from philanthropists and some other notable personalities in the community. They were able to give. And I want to sincerely thank our matron in this local government, in person of our mama, the Mama Ashiwaju of Okeo, Chief Mrs. Gregade, Tom Gregade. She was actually a help when we were constructing the place. And my thanks also goes to one of my sisters who would not like to be mentioned here. She just donated some of her school property to us, and soon maybe we will start. Then to SIP, he gave us some toys and 2 mattresses.
Where is the center located?
It's along Inek Road.
Along Inek Road.
Okay. The first building on your by the back of SIP Microfinance Bank. Okay. And there's an ongoing one, another one, by the Cooperative Society of the association as well. That one is equally ongoing. It's just been roofed about 2 months ago. So women are doing great in this local government. So we are looking for people to donate to the daycare center so that it will start. The initiation came when I visited New Jersey, and I saw one daycare center by Spanish, and I just Espano alone. So I walked through and I asked them questions, and they said it's only Spanish language and Spanish children that they admit into that daycare center. So it was at that level that thing actually helped me. And when I came back, I discussed with my people, and we started the project. And to God be the glory, it's finished. We have 2 rooms now, third roofed, but we need borehole, we need toys, we need television, and some other things. So if anyone is interested, they can give me a call so that I will be able to tell them what we actually need.
Do you mind if you display your phone number on the screen for
No,
people to?
no problem.
Because these projects are becoming massive, and I think there will be a lot of people that want to reach out to you to support these projects. the philanthropist work for the less privileged, and this also for the little kids to have a place to play around until they grow old and then start school. It's a very commendable project that you are engaging in, and
Thank you so much.
I'm very sure that your last 10 years has been filled with a lot of activities tí yóò
Yes.
jẹ́ kí tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá jẹ́ ti rí lójú yín ìtumọ̀ pé eh, àìsinmi sílé ó jẹ́ kẹ́ ṣì máa yọ̀ǹgì síbẹ̀.
Olúwa ló ṣe.
Tá a bá ní ká wo bí àwùjọ ṣe rí lónìí, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan ní í ṣẹlẹ̀, ká wo tìjọba bí nǹkan ṣe gbówó lórí, àwọn ọmọ tí ò fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́ kí wọ́n tó lówó, oríṣiríṣi gbogbo bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ. Kí ni ẹ lè sọ lérò àwọn nǹkan ìpèníjà tó wà láwùjọ lásìkò yìí? Kí sì làwọn nǹkan tí ẹ rò pé ó lè jẹ́ ọ̀nà àbáyọ fún àwọn nǹkan tí ń dojú wa?
Àkọ́kọ́ náà, ọpẹ́ ni kí ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan wa máa ṣe lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run torí pé ó fún wa lóore ọ̀fẹ́ láti rí àwọn àkókò wọ̀nyí. Èmi gbàgbọ́ pé kò sí ohun kankan tó le tí kì í rọ̀. Ìwé mímọ́ méjèèjì ò sì sọ fún wa pé a ò ní rí ìpọ́njú, ó ní ṣùgbọ́n ká tújú ká, òun ti ṣẹ́gun ayé. So nígbà tí Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ wà nípa tiwa, èmi ò rò pé ẹnìkankan lè kọjú ìjà sí wa. Ká máa gbàdúrà fún àwọn tó wà lórí àlééfà lọ́wọ́ báyìí kí wọ́n ní àṣeyọrí. Ọlọ́run kó túbọ̀ kún wọn lọ́wọ́ láti ṣe dáadáa tí à ń retí láti ọwọ́ wọn. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan wa náà la ní ipa láti kó. Káyé sọ ọ̀rọ̀ burúkú jáde sí orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Ó ṣe pàtàkì. Orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ò lè dá mọ́. Ta ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún wa pé ó lè dá? Tàwọn tó ti burú jù báyìí ló wà nínú Bíbélì Samaria. Ọlọ́run sì pé kó dáa. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí àwa fúnra wa náà bá dìde, tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ké pe Olúwa, torí ó sọ nínú ìwé mímọ́ pé tí àwọn ènìyàn mi tí à ń pe orúkọ mi mọ́, tí wọ́n bá lè ké pè mí, ó lóun ó wo ilẹ̀ wọn sàn. Tó bá wá rí bẹ́ẹ̀, Ọlọ́run wà nítòsí wa, kò jìnnà sí wa. Ohun tó yẹ ká ṣe ni pé ká ké pe Ọlọ́run fún ìdáǹdè orílẹ̀-èdè. Mo sì mọ̀ pé yóò gbọ́. Ọjọ́ kan ó jọjọ́ kan tí a ó ní ìtúsílẹ̀. Yàtọ̀ sí ìyẹn, gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan wa, a ní láti gbìyànjú láti ṣe bó ti mọ̀.
Ẹlẹ́wà ṣàpọ́n.
Ẹlẹ́wà ṣàpọ́n. Nítorí àkókò yìí ní ohun tó fẹ́ fi kọ́ wa. Bóyá a ti ń ra aṣọ lọ́sẹ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀, aṣọ ìnáwó lọ́sẹ̀ọ̀sẹ̀, aṣọ tó kúnlé yẹn jẹ́ á máa wọ̀ wọ́n lákòókò yìí. Ká ṣe níwọ̀nba. Torí pé ohun tó yẹ kó ṣe pàtàkì sí wa ńsìn ni ohun tá á jẹ àti rírán àwọn ọmọ wa lọ sílé ìwé. Tí wọn fi ní ọjọ́ ọ̀la tí a ní lè jókòó sínú ilé tàbí rìn ní títì. So ọjọ́ ọ̀la wa yẹn ló wá ṣe pàtàkì jù. Kì í ṣe ohun tá á dà mọ́. Ohun tá á dà yẹn ká kọ́kọ́ gbé sílẹ̀ náà. Ọlọ́run ló lè mú ká dà á báyìí. Ṣùgbọ́n pẹ̀lú oore ọ̀fẹ́ Ọlọ́run, tá a bá ń wo Ọlọ́run, tá a sì ń tẹpá mọ́ṣẹ́ wa, Ọlọ́run ó fún wa lóore ọ̀fẹ́. Like nsìn, èmi ti go farming lágbàlá mi. Mo ti ń gbin iṣu nínú àpò. Èmi ò kí ń rẹ̀fọ́ mọ́ báyìí. Inú àgbàlá ni mo ti ń já ẹ̀fọ́. Ata tútù tí n bá ti ra rodo bíi mélòó kan sí, òun ni mò ń lò àtàlùbọ́sà tí mo fi ń jẹun. Mo ti try àlùbọ́sà náà, mi kàn tí ì get ẹ̀ láti máa gbìn. So tá a bá lè ṣe yẹn, ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan wa rí nǹkan tó máa jẹ. Mo léwúrò nínú ọgbà. So tí n bá fẹ́ jẹun sì kò sí pé mò ń sáré káàkiri. Yàtọ̀ sí pé kí n ra èlùbọ́. Ọlọ́run bá fún mi lóore ọ̀fẹ́ èlùbọ́ náà, torí pé mi ì gbélé ni. Tí n bá ń gbélé iṣu tí mo gbìn yẹn, mo lè fi bẹ èlùbọ́. Mo ti ṣe rí lọ́dún kan, ó dẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́. But nsìn torí activities mi káàkiri àti pé èmi ni state secretary, kò fún mi lóore ọ̀fẹ́ mọ́ láti jókòó sílé. But tí n bá lóore ọ̀fẹ́ láti jókòó sílé, kò sí nǹkan tó burú. Mo ní àgbọn nínú ọgbà mi, ẹyọ kan náà mo gbìn. Níbi 2 months ago ni mo rí bíi 16 bẹ́ẹ̀. Tá bá tà ní 1,000 oníye tó jẹ́. Mo ní kí wọ́n má tà ní 1,000 fún mi. Wọ́n ra tà lówó pọ́ọ́kú, wọ́n dẹ̀ kó mi wálé. Ìyẹn náà tún wà lápò mi. Àwọn nǹkan wà ní kéékèèké tá a lè ṣe. Tó jẹ́ pé yóò máa gbọ́ bùkátà àsìkò yìí. Tá a ní tọwọ́ bọ̀bọ̀kúbọ̀ tàbí tá a ní ṣe ìpáǹle tí ò ní jẹ́ kí àdúgbò tàbí àwùjọ wa kó ní àlàáfíà.
Tó wá ní ká ti sọ sí ti tàwọn ọ̀dọ́ tó jẹ́ pé eré sísá lásìkò yìí ó rí bákan.
Ṣé rí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ó ń yani lẹ́nu torí nígbà tí àwa ń dàgbà, tí a wà ní kékeré tá a wá ń dàgbà, tá bá ti school dé láti second Baptist, á lọ ilé elébè lọ gbé búrẹ́dì láti lọ tà. Búrẹ́dì tí màmá wa ó tà ní gáràjì, á ti gbé ọpọ́n, á ti lọ gba búrẹ́dì. And that was the only baking house tó wà lókè òǹgbà nílé elébè. Tá bá ti bẹ̀ yẹn dé lákòókò ẹ̀pà láwa yìí, màmá mi á ní ká jí lọ sí tàbí ká lọ sí ọjà Ìṣà, ibẹ̀ yẹn nìkan náà ti ń ta ẹ̀pà ńgbà náà á lọ ra ẹ̀pà àmọ́ ọ̀sán hó tó bá wo ọwọ́ mi yìí wá rí pé egbò wà ńbẹ̀ egbò yẹn ọsàn yìí hó láti bí bíléèdì ni kò sí àdúgbò kan tàbí ìlú kan níbi tá a mọ̀nà tó jára wọn tá a máa ń kiri provision kiri toró lójú ṣọ́ọ̀bù tó ń ta provision báyìí so bọ̀tí sìn ẹ lè bá ọmọ wí ẹ lè bẹ ọmọ níṣẹ́ ẹ lè rán ọmọ níṣẹ́ kó lọ jẹ́ yóò rojú tàbí kó béèrè pé owó machine dà so ibi tá a ti ń kọ́ wọn ní ẹ̀kọ́ tí ó dáa then kò sí pé àwa tá a jọ wà ládùúgbò à ń bá ọmọ wí mọ́ tí mo bá bọ́mọ tí ń wí ẹ kò rojú ọmọ ò dẹ̀ lè gbọ́n bẹ́yẹn ọmọ ò lè wúlò bẹ́yẹn torí náà a ní iṣẹ́ láti ṣe láwùjọ iṣẹ́ náà ni pé kí gbogbo wa ká jọ sowọ́pọ̀ ìfẹ́ àkọ́kọ́ tìgbà kan yìí tá a fi ń tọ́mọ ká dá padà sí community torí òbí nìkan kò lè dá tọ́ ọmọ ó jẹ́ iṣẹ́ gbogbo àdúgbò gbogbo ènìyàn gbogbo ìjọ gbogbo àwùjọ láti ṣàkíyèsí àwọn ọmọ wọn torí wọn ò fẹ́ ṣe kàn ṣe mọ́ ẹ tiẹ̀ wá rí ẹ̀rọ àgbéléwọ́ yìí ó ti di iṣẹ́ wọn tó jẹ́ pé kò sí nǹkan tí wọn lè fi ṣe tí wọ́n bá ń gbò gan tẹ́ bá bẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe wọn ní dáyín ló ọ̀tá á kàn máa tún gbàdúrà fún wọn pé kọ́lọ́run jẹ́ kí wọ́n ní ìyípadà ọ̀tun torí the economic situation the condition they find themselves and nígbà kan òbí á fọ́mọ lóúnjẹ ọ̀pọ̀ ìgbà nísìnyẹn wo irú àwọn handicap school tí mò ń sọ yẹn à ń retí mọ́tò fún wọn tá a ti ń ṣèkówójọ a ṣe bí ìkówójọ yẹn ní May àti ìrówó tó tó reason ni pé nítorí pé àwọn ọmọ yẹn a ní àwọn ọmọ lọ́dọ̀ wa bí tẹ́lẹ̀ tá a máa ń ní enrollment wọ́n máa ń kó wọn wá látòtú kó wọn láti Ìsẹ́yìn kó wọn wá láti Ṣakí irú last year ń sìn àwọn ọmọ bíi 5 ló wá láti gbogbo àwọn ìlú tí mo ti ń darúkọ even as far as Abẹ́òkúta ọmọ 2 ló wá láti Abẹ́òkúta tó yẹ pé ìyá kan bàbá kan ló bí àwọn méjèèjì wọ́n dẹ̀ fọ́jú ìkànnù wọn kọjá láti school láti hostel lọ sínú kínní ó ṣubú nítorí pé wọ́n fẹ́ lọ pọnmi kò sí táǹkì omi adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ philanthropist kan tí mo ké sí òun ló ra táǹkì fún wa níjọ́ tọ́mọ yẹn ṣubú ó ń try láti sọdá láti lọ pọnmi ní commercial láti hostel wọn torí pé bọ́ọ̀ wọn bàjẹ́ a sì tún fàkókò yìí dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ alága tó wà lórí àlééfà ó ti bá wa tún bọ́ọ̀ yẹn ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yìí ní ṣe tí wọ́n dé orí àlééfà ni wọ́n bá wa ṣe so it's commendable then mọ́tò yẹn àwọn ọmọ tí ó jáde láti school yẹn níbi 2 years ago wọ́n ti ra admission báyìí sí Ìlọrin àwọn kan wà lọ́yọ̀ọ́ àwọn kan wà nílọrin but the sad thing about it ni wípé àwọn ọmọ tiwa gangan tó wá láti community wa kò sí wọn ń bẹ̀ reason ni pé they are dropping out because of the distance of the school to the town and a lot of their parents are taking advantage of them sending them out to go and beg for money to feed themselves so we are appealing to individuals and groups that can give us vehicle we don't need money but if you can send us money we will use it to buy the vehicle but if you have the vehicle you can donate it to the school we will appreciate it and the government will be able to be paying for the fueling of the vehicle after giving it out. So we want to appeal to everybody to help us out so that these children will be greater children in the future. Disability is not a disadvantage to an individual. It is an advantage. And you will see that even in this station, it is an advantage.
There's never a disadvantage. Disability is a definition of ability in different places you could not imagine before. So you are doing a real commendable job in the community. In fact,
God be the glory.
In fact, I'm overwhelmed by what you are doing because for easy bí àdúgbò wa ṣe rí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yẹn ní kò fálù yẹn o kò sí lọ́kàn àwọn yẹn tó láti bóyá tí polongo báyìí bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pọ̀ sí báyìí bá ti ń pọ̀ sí.
a lè wò yàn èmi náà ní ìdojúkọ in the course of doing all this but once you are determined once you are focused once you have vision you will get there then kì í ṣe iṣẹ́ tí ẹnìkan kan lè dìde ṣe. It's born out of passion. It's born out of you being sent by God.
Lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí àwọn wo lè ó fẹ́ jẹ́ bí gbòógì tẹ́jọ́ ń ṣe àwọn iṣẹ́ ìpapọ̀.
Ní ti mọ́tò tí ta fẹ́ rà yẹn, àwa PTA chairman ni wọ́n ronú pé ó yẹ káwọn ọmọ yìí ní mọ́tò nígbà tí wọ́n rí àwọn nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní community wa pé ní other communities wọ́n ti wá ń kórè òkè lọ. Àwọn ọmọ yẹn up till today they are still calling me. Wọ́n bá need nǹkan ní school yẹn wọ́n á máa pè mí pé àwọn nílò owó, àwọn nílò nǹkan báyìí. Láwọn tó wá láti ẹ̀yìn odi ni o. So a fẹ́ káwọn tọ̀dọ̀ wá ń bí náà wọ́n ga. At least àwọn èèyàn ti wá láti bí náà tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n sì ti.
Ṣé kò ṣeé ṣe pé bóyá torí pé àwọn tó wá látẹ̀yìn odi yẹn àwọn ń gbé ní hostel ni ó fi dàbí pé àwọn máa drop out? Ṣé kò ṣeé ṣe kó yẹ ká kó àwọn tó wà ní tòsí lókè òun kankan náà káwọn náà máa gbé papọ̀ ní.
Ó ṣeé ṣe tí àwọn òbí wọn bá fẹ́ gbé kí wọ́n gbé bẹ̀. Àyè wà lóstẹ̀ tó pọ̀. Ó ṣeé ṣe tí wọ́n bá fẹ́, but you know most parents because of the disability of the children they will have the fear pé ṣé wọ́n á máa tọ́jú wọn níbẹ̀ bó ṣe yẹ kí wọ́n tọ́jú wọn. Even though some of them took advantage of the situation of the children to send them out to beg.
Nípa pé ẹ̀ ní dákẹ́ nípa pé ẹ̀ sinmi ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ náà padà rí nǹkan tí ẹ̀ ń sọ yóò dẹ̀ jẹ́ kí èso rere tí ẹ fẹ́ kó jáde kó túbọ̀ jáde láti bẹ̀. Àwa náà máa ń yọjú síbẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan, èmi náà máa ń lọ síbẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan láti yọjú sí wọn. So bóyá tí wọ́n bá tún ti ń rí irú àwọn kan báyìí náà tàbí ìpèníjà báyìí.
You know every year la máa ń ṣe party ni mo máa ń ṣe party fún wọn during my birthday. Every year I do my birthday for them. Then tó bá di December máa ń kó wọn lọ sí òkè ògùnà. You know I told you sometimes pé màá fẹ́ kó join birthday party wa torí tí wọ́n bá rí irú yín á tún encourage wọn láti kàwé láti kọ́ṣẹ́ tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ ṣe. I know of one of them, Amsa, ó kọ́ṣẹ́, ó parí secondary school. Bóyá tó bá ríran lọ́wọ́ sí ni, bóyá òun náà bá lọ, but ó ń ṣe bàtà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí sí. Tó bá rẹni táti tún sẹ̀tẹ̀ ọ́ kù jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ, ó dẹ̀ mọṣẹ́ yẹn ṣe dáadáa. Ó wà lọ́jà Ọbánisúnwà, ibẹ̀ ló wà. So many of them like that, they are in the community. Ẹ wo orú Bímpé, ẹ mọ Bímpé? So tí Bímpé bá rí ẹni láti ṣeéṣe mọ̀, ó lè ṣe tíátà. So a lot of things a níṣẹ́ láti ṣe lórí wọn. Ọlọ́run náà wà lọ́wọ́.
Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun mà, ẹ kú iṣẹ́. Going back in time, or if you could go back in time, and what advice would you like to give to your younger self? Pé okay o, ìgbé kágbà tí mo wà níbi ọmọ 20 ọdún bíi mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dógún sẹ́yìn, bóyá irú ìgbà fúnra mi nírú àmọ̀ràn báyìí.
Àmọ̀ràn tí ìbá fúnra mi náà ni pé kí tó bá jẹ́ pé mo lè padà sẹ́yìn ni, ó yẹ kí n ti mọ Ọlọ́run ju bí mo ṣe mọ̀ ọ́ lọ ńsìn. Ìyẹn náà ni regret tí mo ní. My younger days I've played with God and he has been faithful with me. I thank him for all his faithfulness and the grace tó fún mi. Tí n bá wẹ̀yìn, tí n bá wo wájú, mo kàn rí pé mo fàkókò ṣòfò ní láì jẹ́ pé mo gbà tọlọ́run. I didn't know my mother committed me, made a note that àwọn jọ̀wọ́ ọmọ yìí nígbà tó ń wá mi gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ ń gbà yẹn lórí òkè tí wọ́n ti wá mi lórí òkè bàbá Adéọlá. Wọ́n sọ fọ́lọ́run gbà yẹn pé tí àwọn bá lè bí mi tí mo sì dúró, iṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ni ó máa ṣe. Èmi ò sì ṣiṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run, èmi kàn jó iná tèmi lọ ní láì mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run yẹn náà ló mú mi. Òun dẹ̀ rántí òpó ní májẹ̀mú lọ́lọ́run, kì í dá májẹ̀mú tiẹ̀. Màmá yẹn náà rán mi létí títí tó fi tó bá rán mi létí ni èmi ìbá ti tètè padà. So the only regret tí mo ní láyé mi náà nìyẹn. So téèyàn bá tètè mọ Ọlọ́run látìgbà tó yọ́ngà, ó máa ń ràn yàn lọ́wọ́ láti gbé nǹkan oríṣiríṣi tágbára yẹn ká gan ṣe. I was thinking pàgbára mi ló ká gbogbo most of the things tí mò ń ṣe gbà yẹn. Because God has been faithful to me. He has been faithful. So but kò tí ì léètì náà gbà tẹ́lẹ̀ ò tí ì bọ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pẹ̀lú bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ náà ni pé Ọlọ́run ṣe òun pé àlèpé yẹn náà ní regret nígbà tí Ọlọ́run ti ṣe ohun tí ẹ sì ní àǹfààní láti ríra yín ṣe padà sí ojú ọ̀nà ibi tí Ọlọ́run fẹ́ kẹ́ wà. Gbogbo àwọn iṣẹ́ tí ẹ̀ ń ṣe yìí náà, àwọn tó jẹ́ pásítọ̀, àlùfáà nǹkan gan, àfáà gan náà, wọn ò lè ṣe ju àwọn nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń ṣe yìí náà lọ. And these are the kind of things we need in the community. Kárí ẹni tó mú omi, kárí ẹni tó mú ọ̀nà, kárí nǹkan kan lókè òkè báyìí náà, ìlú ò ní pẹ́ dá. Kárí àwọn tí ń bá wa ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń ṣe yìí. Thank God that you find yourself, you could trace yourself back to God and to Christ. We thank God for that. So now tí ẹ bá wo ìrìnàjò yín nínú ìrìnàjò ìgbàgbọ́ pẹ̀lú bí ẹ ṣe sọ pé ẹ rìn, ẹ padà ríra ayé he yín, ṣé lè rántí at what point in time ni ẹ padà realize ìpè yẹn?
Ó tough there because even though màmá mi ò sọ fún mi, but àwọn èèyàn ń sọ fún mi ní kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ìgbà míì ṣe mọ̀, but I don't believe in pé ẹnìkan ríran sí mi nígbà yẹn. Mi ò tiẹ̀ gbàgbọ́ nínú ẹ̀ rárá. Mi ò dẹ̀ sì ń lo nǹkan kan gẹ́gẹ́ bí Kristẹni. I believe in God, I believe in Jesus Christ. So kódà mi ìdórí òkè rí nígbà yẹn. But ó kàn ṣẹlẹ̀ pé a few times my house was burgled. Ó tó bí ẹ̀mẹrin, ẹ̀márùn-ún, ẹ̀mẹ́fà. Èmi ìgbà tí mo parí iṣẹ́, mo ti máa ń travel tẹ́lẹ̀ láti lọ rajà, láti tajà. You know my shop. Mo ní shop. So mo kàn rí pé gbogbo ẹ̀ kàn dojúrú. So nígbà tí mi dẹ̀ ní intention láti dúró sílé, mo ní intention láti travel abroad pé kí n lọ máa ṣe nursing tàbí kí n ṣá máa wáṣẹ́ ṣe kí n máa wálé padà kí n máa lọ kí n máa. So I tried out a few times. Ó dẹ̀ work. But at about the third time, when bí n bá lọ bẹ́yẹn máa lọ 6 months, máa padà wálé. Mo lè lò 3 months, máa padà wálé. So ìgbà tó yá mo kàn rí pé ní the third time àbí bóyá ṣá tẹ́lẹ̀ máa ń lọ tí màá lọ kí n tó retire yẹn, mo kàn rí pé wọ́n burgle ilé mi. Wọ́n dẹ̀ kó gbogbo ẹrù mi lọ. Àwọn ẹrù tí mo máa ń lọ rà tí màá má ta yín. Kódà kò sí nǹkan tí wọ́n dánwò tán nínú ilé. Wọ́n tú gbogbo ẹrù yẹn tó, so wọ́n ránṣẹ́ sí mi. Mo wà l'Amẹ́ríkà nígbà yẹn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ránṣẹ́ sí mi pé so ìgbà tí mo wá délé tẹ́nìkan wá gbàdúrà fún mi. I was depressed. Depression the highest order. So ẹnìyẹn wá gbàdúrà fún mi. Wá ní ṣé ẹ̀dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé nípè? Kí ni jẹ́ pé? Ìpè kọ́, ìpè nìyà. Èmi irú mi ló ń jẹ́ pé ìpè kọ́. Èmi kọ́, ẹ má tí gbé yẹn wá. Mi gbà. So mo tún lọ. Mo tún ríṣẹ́ ṣe. So bí 5th time tí màá lọ. Mo dọ̀hùn. Mo ti rí ẹni tí mo fẹ́ bá ṣiṣẹ́. Wọ́n ti láwọn sanwó tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì. Mo ti dọ̀hùn tán. Tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì láti ọ̀dọ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ mi tí mo wà láti lọ sí country tẹ́nìyẹn wà tí mo fẹ́ lọ bá ṣiṣẹ́. Mo fẹ́ máa bá wọn gbé ọmọ. Wọ́n kàn kọ́lé. Ó kù ọ̀la tí màá kúrò ni wọ́n sọ fún mi pé iṣẹ́ yẹn ò lè ṣe é ṣe. Tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì dẹ̀ ti wà lọ́wọ́ mi. Wọ́n ti ya tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì fún mi. Mo wá iṣẹ́ yẹn wá títí mi rí. Mo wà l'Amẹ́ríkà, mo ń rajà káàkiri. Màá tún padà sínú ilé, màá rajà. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi tí mo máa ń dé sí lọ́dọ̀, ọ̀rẹ́ mi gan-an ni tó dẹ̀ nice sí mi. Àwọn ṣì wà lọ́hùn sí. So wọ́n tún jálé lẹ́lẹ́kejì. Wọ́n wá ní kí n kúkú máa. Ọjọ́ tí mo fẹ́ kúrò, mo change tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì mi ní sọ fọ́rẹ́ mi. Tí mo fẹ́ kúrò lọ́hùn, mo bá rí iṣẹ́ padà. Ẹ̀mí yẹn wá ń sọ fún mi pé má gbaṣẹ́ yẹn. Tó bá gbaṣẹ́ yẹn wà á bá a lọ ni o. I've had cause to go to companies lọ́hùn pé kí wọ́n máa ń gbà àwọn èèyàn pé wọn ò ní fún mi níṣẹ́. Tí gbogbo èèyàn bá line up, wọn ò ní fún mi. Wọn ò ní fún mi. Wọ́n kàn ní kí n máa lọ. Àwọn olùwárù mi. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? So àwọn iṣẹ́ pẹ́pẹ̀pẹ́ wọ̀nyẹn náà tí èèyàn lè rí ṣe. Gbogbo doors wọ̀nyẹn kan close. A few days to leave America pé kí n wálé láti ni mo tún gbọ́ pé wọ́n tún fọ́lé. Wọ́n fún mi níṣẹ́ mi. Ọ̀tọ̀ Ọlọ́run sọ fún mi pé mi gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe. Mo wá padà wálé. So ìgbà tí mo wá padà wálé, mo ṣá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbàdúrà. Àwọn tó ṣẹ̀mọ̀, èèyàn á ní àwọn tí ó jẹ́ bí role model téèyàn máa tẹ̀lé. Then tẹ́lẹ̀ kí n tó lọ yẹn, pásítọ̀ bí bóyá ó ti mọ̀, ó máa ń fún mi níṣẹ́ lórí òkè. pé kí n bá wọn ṣe so màá ṣe é but ìgbà tí mo ṣáà ti délé mo á ti rí i pé ntọ́lọ́run fẹ́ gan
Gangan nìyẹn.
ni mo gba fọ́ọ̀mù láti lọ sí school but mi ní peace so God sent somebody to me to tell me fẹ́ dárúkọ to come and tell me pé ohun tóun rán mi kọ́ ni mo ń ṣe yẹn o pé òun ò rán mi láti lọ jẹ reverend tàbí jẹ pastor tàbí ṣe tó bá tàkókò òun á rán mi lọ síbi tó yẹ kí n gba ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run gangan tí màá sì fi lè ṣe so fọ́ọ̀mù yẹn ṣì wà nílé nsìn mo ti lọ sọ́yọ́ mo filẹ̀ mo ti lọ sọ́yọ́ mo ti sanwó fọ́ọ̀mù mo ti ṣe gbogbo nǹkan but mi continue so later lèèyàn kan wá bá mi pé gbilé àkànní ní school kan nílọrin let me be precise pastor okay ló wá introduce millet Yorùbá millet sí mi so and I've started that with the glory of God I'm still on it and I will complete it by the grace of God.
By God's grace ó máa jẹ́ àṣeyọrí lágbára Ọlọ́run kò ṣe takunlẹ̀ kò ṣe gbàgbọ́ ló tún máa sọ agbára dọ̀tun. So if we see anybody aspiring to take the steps you took in your career journey or who is looking up to you as a role model kí ni irú àwọn advice wo ni ẹ lè fún ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀?
Àkọ́kọ́ irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ẹni tó súnmọ́ Ọlọ́run torí oore ọ̀fẹ́ tèmi rí gbà ènìyàn lè má rí gbà àwọn kan bẹ tọ́lọ́run máa ń pè láyànfẹ́ mo fẹ́ kára mi sí àyànfẹ́ torí àwọn nǹkan kan bẹ tí mo ti ṣe tó jẹ́ pé kò yẹ kí Ọlọ́run tiẹ̀ dáríjì mi tàbí kó bá mi dé kòríta yìí àìmí mi ìpààyàn mi ò ṣùgbọ́n mo wò wípé àkókò tí mo ti fi ṣòfò bóyá n bá wúlò fún community tàbí individual jù báyìí lọ so irú èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ kò súnmọ́ Ọlọ́run ó béèrè fún ìtọ́ni látọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run torí Ọlọ́run nìkan ló lè sọ bí téèyàn máa dé nínú ayé èèyàn so another thing tún ni wípé kẹ́nìyẹn ohunkóhun tó bá gbàgbọ́ nú ẹ̀ láti ṣe kó tẹjú mọ́ there's one spiritual father tí mo ní ó máa ń sọ fún mi pé ìwọ pọ́tò ní challenge tẹ́ bá ní it's only diversion that you need if you have a challenge in the course of your way just divert your movement to where you want to go wà á dẹ̀ débẹ̀ eventually but tó bá wo pọ́tò yẹn tó dúró tó lódìgbà tí pọ́tò yẹn bá tó jí o lè rẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi gbà it will only take time láti débẹ̀ kéèyàn wà focus kó dẹ̀ wà kó maintain dignity ẹ̀ and kó discipline rẹ̀ discipline is key in any phase of life so I want to encourage my viewers and my listeners pé kí wọ́n ní dignity wọ́n maintain dignity wọ́n ní discipline and they should have the fear of God and be with God every time and be more prayerful.
Thank you for that. Thank you so much. So
my pleasure.
Kí Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí àgbà dalẹ̀.
Àmín.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Àmín.
Tí a bá ní ìrìn
ẹ̀yin náà débi àgbà.
Àmín Jésù. A bá ní ìrìn ayé yìí tí àsopọ̀ padà kú tí Ọlọ́run kó àsọdọ̀. What would you like to be remembered for?
I would like to be remembered for being a friend of the less privileged. Ní ọjọ́ tí màmá mi kú tá à ń ṣe bẹ́rí àwọn all kinds of less privileged ló attend the burial and at the lying state in the room that we lie àwọn ló surround wọn so that actually give me the passion. Lẹ́yìn ikú màmá mi èmi lè wá tí ó sọ pé ó ní fún mi lóúnjẹ mi ni because my mother sells food so she gives food to them oúnjẹ ọ̀sán mi ti tó fún mi lóúnjẹ mi so a lot of my apprentice ní ṣọ́ọ̀pù mi nígbà yẹn wọ́n máa ń wò pé kí ló dé àwa aràn yín iṣẹ́ ni so but èmi náà initially it became an embarrassment but as time goes on mo adapt sí and it gives me joy and mo fẹ́ sọ pé kò sí kòríta kan tí mo dé ń sìn tí mò ń béèrè fún kankan tọ́lọ́run ṣe maybe torí àánú tí mo.
To wrap up this program for today, do you have anybody you like to say thank you to? Probably during the course of your journey, they've done one thing or the other for you, or that you really want to thank sincerely for their impact in your life?
First of all, I want to thank God Almighty. He has always been there for me. He has always been there for me. Secondly, I want to thank my children. They have always stood by me. Thirdly, mo fẹ́ kí àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan. Mo ní àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ kan, wọ́n ga jù mí lọ, but wọn ò wò ó pé àwọn ga. Professor Oyedunni Arúlógún, wọ́n wà ní Department of Health Education ní UCH ní Ìbàdàn. So, mo kí wọn púpọ̀, wọ́n ṣé. She has always been a friend and a sister. I want to thank Tola Amsat. She's a friend, a sister, a mother. Ó wà ní Auckland. I want to thank Bímpé, Alhaja Bímpé Alabi, former Commissioner for Information. And I want to thank every members of Olabisi family from my mother's side. They have tried to be with me since the death of my mother. Mo fẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ mi. I have 8 siblings, though 4 biological. The other 4, wọ́n wá látọ̀dọ̀ sister, the only sibling tí mo ní tó ti late nsìn. All of them have been wonderful. The Okanlawons and the Olowoyos and the Toguns. I want to thank, and my grandchildren.
Yeah.
I love them so much. They have been part of me since they were born. I love them. I love them. And fún gbogbo èèyàn tó fẹ́ràn mi, iṣẹ́ gbogbo èèyàn tó máa ń yọ̀ sí èèyàn lèèyàn mọ̀ kò fẹ́ràn yàn. Àwọn míì lè fẹ́ràn yàn at a distance, wọn ò ní súnmọ́ yàn. They pray for you. They wish you well. Tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n á kàn, inú wọn á máa dùn sí yàn. So tí mi mọ̀, tínú wọn ń dùn sí mi, Ọlọ́run á dunnú sí wọn. Àwọn tí mo mọ̀ náà tí wọ́n ń banújẹ́ sí mi, Ọlọ́run á yí wọn lọ́kàn padà láti lè ṣe rere. Mo gbàdúrà pé gbogbo ẹni tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ mi, ẹni tí ò nífẹ̀ẹ́ mi náà ni mo gbàdúrà fún, pé ìgbà ó rọ̀ ẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan wa lọ́rùn. Oore ọ̀fẹ́ Ọlọ́run kò ní fi ayé wa sílẹ̀. It's a pleasure being on this program, and I want to say thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so
And
much.
to the viewers and listeners, God bless you all for having the time to listen to me. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for coming on the show. And mo mọ̀ pé àwọn tó ń wà nílé náà wọ́n ti rí ẹ̀kọ́ kan tàbí méjì gbámú nínú ìrìn àjò yín bí ẹ ti ṣe là á kalẹ̀ fún wa lọ lóríṣiríṣi. It's been a great privilege talking to you and to enlighten
My
us
pleasure
and
too.
showing us all that you've been through, and especially the community work that you are engaged in these days. It's a great privilege knowing about those things, and I'm very sure that most of our listeners that are seeing this video right now, would love to contact you for 1 or 2 supports in your programs. So your numbers will be put on the screen, and they will. I'm very sure that a lot of people will reach out to you, and the support we need for the community work that you are doing, and by God's grace, they will surely come.
Amen.
And those programs will be a success in Jesus' name.
Amen.
So thank you for coming.
And thank you too.
Thank you. So this is where we'll be drawing the curtain for today's episode, and by next week we'll bring you another person who will grace your screen with so much knowledge and tí ẹ ó tún rí ẹ̀kọ́ tó pọ̀ kọ́ nínú ìrìn àjò ìgbésí ayé wọn. Ẹ ṣé, a dúpẹ́, ká pàdé láyọ̀. Ire o.